Hello everyone, my name's Rebecca and I'm the Earth Science Program Specialist here at the Royal Saskatchewan Museum. The museum's not all just displays. In the basement we actually have a room that has a large walk-in freezer. Why is that? That's a good question.
When you visit the museum, you are reminded to not bring food or drink into the museum galleries, and you see signs like the one here as a reminder as well. You may have thought that this rule is to help stop spills and keep things clean, and it is. However, keeping pests out of museum displays and specimens is the number one reason for this rule. We have many organic materials in our museum displays, such as leather, fur, feathers, and more. Pests, such as some insects or mice, are attracted to even tiny crumbs of food. They can be drawn in from crumbs and then move on to the organic material in our displays. Damage from pests can't really be fixed, so we do our best to keep them away from our displays and storage areas. So we are very careful to not have food and drink in the galleries. Snacks in the lobby are okay.
What does this have to do with our freezer? Well, we can't always keep infestations out. That's why we have monitoring programs. And if we find signs of pest damage, then the object or specimen is taken out of the displays and put into our freezer for at least a week. This will kill off the infestation and any larvae that may be present as well.
Sometimes we need to put items in the freezer when they have been out of the museum on a loan or used in outdoor summer programs. When items come back into the museum, we put them in the freezer before putting them back into storage, for the same reason, to kill off unwanted hitchhikers.
Another main use of our freezer is for storing specimen donations. Sometimes we receive donations of animals or other objects from people such as conservation officers, for example. As the keeper of the provincial collections in natural history, the museum depends on such donations so that we have specimens available for scientific study.
Here's today's pretend donation of a stuffed animal. When a donation comes in, we put it into a bag and we give it a tag. We collect as much information as possible about the donation, such as the location and date that it was collected, who collected it, and more. We then inform the appropriate curatorial staff member and forward that information on to them. More information about specimen donations can be found on our webpage.
This is where the freezer comes in again. We need to store the specimen donation in the freezer until our curatorial staff is ready to look at it. This will also kill off any pests that may have come in with the donation. All right, let's head down to the freezer.
Is your home freezer as organized as this? I would have to say that the most memorable donation that I have heard of was that of a cougar. The cougar was donated by a conservation officer on a busy Sunday afternoon about 5 years ago. Cougars are big. This heavy, large animal was put on a cart and moved across the busy museum lobby.
Thank you for joining me on this behind-the-scenes tour of the Royal Saskatchewan Museum, Freezer Edition. We miss seeing you all in person, but we are online. So to see more from the Royal Saskatchewan Museum, check out our webpage or our social media channels.